Is Christianity an eco-religion? Is my God green? Is Adventism green? Do we include environmental concerns in our Adventist identity and theology, and should we? Well, green seems in a lot of ways to be opposite to who we are and our beliefs and our theology. I mean, of course, we've always believed in a creator God and taught that God is creator, but we haven't traditionally emphasized sustainability because we've focused on the getting to heaven part. You know, in our excitement about Jesus' return, we've often ended up falling back into a habit of saying, well, it's all going to burn anyway. And so preserving and protecting the earth doesn't seem to have been a high priority for us as Adventists. Now, of course, we know we should care for the planet. And often we've gotten into a trap when we talk about creation care, listing it alongside of our fundamentals to prove that we should. You know, we create a list of biblical proofs and enviro shoulds and shouldn'ts, do's and do nots. You know, we believe in a creator who told us to care for the earth. We believe in a Sabbath, and therefore we should rest from consuming and rest from our devices, and that would make a big difference to the planet. We could cite statistics about what difference it would make if the entire world switched off their devices for a day or stopped shopping for a day. We have a health message, and we all know the difference it would make to the world if we all consumed less meat. It takes way less water and way less energy to grow lentils. You know, we could talk about the authority of Scripture and how many verses there are in the Bible that talk about caring for animals, even your enemies' animals, how land should be left fallow, how when we set up cities, we should leave green belts around them. There's even verses in the Bible that talk about when a city is under siege to leave the fruit trees alone. We could make a really strong case for creation care, and that would be good, and those are all really good reasons. But I think looking at those reasons and using those proof texts apart from Jesus Christ means we have a very watered down and unstable case for creation care, when really we need to order it not around our 28 fundamentals, not around the Torah, not even around the 10 Commandments, but around the one person and the one event around which the entire cosmos is ordered. And that's Jesus Christ and the resurrection. And the resurrection is life walking out of an empty tomb. The resurrection is beauty out of ugliness. The resurrection is possibility where there was none. Resurrection is recreation and renewal and restoration. And that's exactly what creation care is. Us partnering with Jesus Christ in the restoration and renewal of this earth, in the healing of this earth. That's what Jesus was into. That's what he did when he was on this earth. He was in the business of creating the possibility for people to enter into an abundant life and into shalom. And unless we care about the planet, we can't offer that to people. But we believe in a resurrection. We believe that Jesus lived and that he still lives, and that the power that raised Jesus Christ from the dead is at work in us and is at work in the world. And I think this is also the only way we can avoid becoming creation care legalists, where we measure ourselves against each other based on our carbon footprint, how big our worm farms are, or whether or not we're wearing organic cotton socks, because that's a danger. But if we remind ourselves that our whole reason for caring about creation comes from the resurrection and Jesus Christ, and the way he wants us to partner with him in the compassionate restoration of the world, we cannot become distracted, and we cannot get bogged down in environmental do's and don'ts, because this is the everlasting gospel. This is the good news to all the world, and this is the three angels' message, the revelation of all of Jesus Christ and who he is and what he did. I think often we've looked at the gospel and what the resurrection meant with blinders on, looking only at ourselves and our personal salvation and seeing the resurrection and the gift of grace as a ticket to heaven, when really what Jesus did was so much more. For God so loved the whole world, and in Jesus everything is held together, and Jesus reconciles all things to himself, and so resurrection and grace is bigger. And our picture of resurrection and grace needs to be broadened beyond just ourselves to include the entire planet and the restoration of everything in this